So there I was, at Boulder Cay, with no boat and not a single piece of loot, with no plan for what to do next. This is Sea of Thieves without a boat. So you might be wondering, why are you playing Sea of Thieves without a boat? Each week I spin a 50-slot wheel to determine what challenge I'll have to do while leveling up to become a pirate legend. And for this week, the wheel landed on no boats. With my journey beginning at Sanctuary Outpost and no map to plot my course, I simply swam to what looked like the closest island to me. I spent the majority of my time in this session swimming, so let me try to put you in my shoes, or flippers. My audio cues were everything. If a siren song began, or I thought I heard swimming from a shark on my trail, I'd have to react almost immediately, because if I died, I'd essentially lose all progress and be sent to a random island that could be even further from an outpost than where I already was. After about 8 minutes of swimming, I finally made it to Boulder Cay, where there was absolutely no loot. Not even a skeleton captain. Nothing. Nada zilch. I now had to make a choice. Swim to another island, knowing I'll have to make a long swim back to the outpost, or risk mermaiding, going instantly to an island, but knowing that this new island could be really far away. I took my first big risk of today's adventure, and took the mermaid, bringing me to Salty Sands, which wasn't much further away than where I just was. I found a captain's chest at Salty Sands, which I tried to bring it to Sanctuary, and probably just 1 minute off the shore of Sanctuary Outpost, I ended up pummeled by sirens and a shark, sending me to the ferry and forcing me to restart yet again. This time I respawned at an unknown island in the Ancient Isles. With no loot on this new island either, I saw a flotsam in the distance and opted to head out that way, since flotsams are always a consistent source of loot, right? By the time I arrived there were no barrels or loot anywhere in sight, and the birds disappeared. From this spot though, I could see an island I could recognize anywhere. Snake Isle. Snake Isle was sure to have something of use, so I swam over and saw 2 glittering items render into my view. One was a trident and the other was some luxury cloth, which wouldn't deliver well since water makes the cloth all soggy. That's when I found it though, a treasure chest. It could contain riches. All of the loot I need to level up could be in this case. Unfortunately, it was empty. I then spotted a flock of birds indicating a shipwreck to the far southwest, which is when I came to my next decision point. I knew I was definitely going to go to the shipwreck, but what was I going to bring with me? The trident on the beach would help guarantee I got there in one piece. The treasure chest though would allow me to carry multiple items. I felt the chest was worth the risk and headed out. I was very fortunate as not a single siren or shark spawned on me in this entire journey to the shipwreck, making me feel like I had made a good decision by taking the chest. But now the moment of truth. What was in this shipwreck? I saw a bounty skull, a sapphire, and a ruby. All 3 small items could go in my chest, and if I was able to get them delivered, would level me up for sure in the 3 factions I needed to level up in. Additionally, I found another trident, which I used to quickly kill off a shark that was lurking. With the treasure chest packed up and plunder outpost in my view, I began, hopefully, my final swim. Not even a minute in though, I heard the call of the sirens. But I knew how to get out of this. I dropped the treasure chest and tactfully turned around, back towards the shipwreck. The sirens got a few shots on me as I swam back, but I grabbed the ultimate weapon of power against the sea creatures, the trident, and turned around to let loose on a shark and multiple sirens just in time. With the sea creatures dispelled, I now had to trust my instincts and swim back into the direction I hoped I had dropped the chest in. Having successfully killed off the sirens for the first time today, only to possibly lose my full chest, I was very nervous. But then, on top of the wave, I saw that beautiful brown box. With a long swim still to make, I held my breath and paddled onward, feeling slightly better and better as the island rendered in more and more. With the island banner down, I felt I could finally relax. I had made it, until... It's a good thing sharks only do half damage. I was fine. No boats, no problem. With the items all sold off and my emissary level raised to level 5 in each of the factions, I did the only thing left to do. Chill. While I'm chilling, let's spin this Wheel of Legends and see what challenge I'll have to face next time. The Chest of Sorrows will have to be on my ship the entire time. What do you think is going to be harder? Finding the Chest of Sorrows or keeping my ship afloat once it's on board? Find out next time on the Wheel of Legends.